by Jamie Anderson and our defending gold medalist, Celia Norendal.
But you can't count out Anna Gasser or Christy Pryor. Christy has that technical rail game. Gasser with that cab 9 double cork. I don't know if she will pull it today. The light's a little flat, but look for some progression, Brando.
Cannot wait as you take another look at that beautiful Jeep slopestyle course. We're ready to kick things off here at the final. As you see, we have 8 riders, each of them getting 3 runs. The best score counts. And kicking us off, an X Games veteran, making her 13th appearance. She's got 2 bronze medals in her career. Kirsty Oscarbuas.
Kirsty is a regular footed rider, left foot forward, so she's coming into this first rail. Regular stance. That's a nice little board slide from the Norwegian. And hitting that wall ride. That is our second of 3 rail features coming into the rail garden here. Regular stance, little 50-50 backside 180 out, hands down. And just going to throw that one away. Remember, 3 runs. Best one counts. If you make a bobble, throw it in the garbage. Refresh.
Well, she is going to take at least 1 hit, we see. And we leaves her there for a second. Is not going to hit the down payment. That's the second of our 3 jumps. And then, of course, the third being the money booter. And it should be noted, this is a unique course out here on the Jeep slopestyle course. 3 jumps instead of the usual 4.
Due to lack of snow. Chris Gunnarsson and the entire SPT crew doing their best. Well, they only made 3 jumps, and a lot of riders like it, some don't.
So Kirsty's score coming in at a 13.66, but dropping in now, Cheryl Moss. It's her 8th X Games appearance. She's yet to make a podium in her X career.
Cheryl Moss has done a double cork in the backcountry. Been quoted as saying she's not ready to bring it to the park. She's got a lot of other stylish tricks, starting off with a little lip slide there. Cheryl Moss is a goofy-footed rider, so watch for her right foot forward. When her left foot forward, she's run switch. Nice little front blunt to fakie there from Cheryl Moss. Coming in switch stanced here. Beautiful switch backside 540. This down payment, big frontside 360, going a little far. Didn't expect to get that much airtime. See her shaking her hands. Why?
With some distance, though. Landing far down there. So let's take another look here, Craig, on the fall and just where things went wrong.
Nice frontside 360, but obviously over-rotating a little bit. On that frontside 360, you want to land flat base or on your toes. She obviously landed on her heels. Not going to ride away.
So Moss's score coming in at a 30 on the dot. Dropping in next, though, making her X Games debut, Christy Pryor.
Christy Pryor is so technical on the rails, leading the women's charge on the rails. She's a goofy-footed rider, so she's dropping in switch right here. Switch board slide. That is refreshing. I like to see that. Mixing it up from the young Kiwi.
Again, each rider getting 3 attempts. We count the best score.
50-50 back 1. I said it before. She's so technical on those rails, showing us she deserves to be here. Starting off with a cab underflip, grabbing stalefish, tagging the knuckle a little bit, but she holds her speed. Ooh, Christy Pryor going for that backside 720, and you notice on that first jump she kind of tagged the knuckle a little bit, lost a little bit of speed, and then she took off way too early on that second jump. The down payment on that backside 7 and lands fully on the knuckle there. Looks to be okay. That's first of 3.
So let's take another look beginning on the first jump.
Cab underflip, grabbing switch stalefish. That's very nice, but see how she kind of tags the knuckle, loses speed. And then here's that backside 7 taking off much too early, landing right on the knuckle there. A little bit of a rattle bump.
Too bad, because she was really on one there, but a nice preview of what's in store for her second run. But Pryor's score, nonetheless, the tops through the first 3 riders, a 39.66. Dropping in now, making her second X Games appearance. Had a 5th place last year, Anna Gasser.
Anna Gasser has a cab 9 double. The question is, will we see it? She has 3 runs to pull it out. One of the first women to ever do a double cork on a park jump. Getting through the rails cleanly, coming into this first jump, regular stance. Starting off with a big front side 7. Oh, holy. Whoa. There must have been a snow squirrel or something bitter edge, because it looked like she had it. I was like, okay, well, I was already talking about the down payment there, and then she was tomahawking down that park landing.
Let's take another look at where it went wrong, because perfect execution in the air.
Frontside 7 mute grab, great style, and then just doesn't really have her landing gear down, really. Looks perfect in the air. Awesome style. Lands on her feet, but then that toe edge catches, and she is going to the circus on that one.
So a 28.66 for Gosser, putting her into 3rd place. So not clean runs from any of the first 4 riders, but right around the corner, Norrendahl and Anderson. The best still yet to come here in the Women's Snowboard Slopestyle Final. Of course, it's the Women's Snowboard Slopestyle Final. We're in the middle of run 1. Of course, each rider getting 3 attempts. The best score counts dropping in now, making her 10th X Games appearance, Spencer O'Brien.
Spencer O'Brien has been riddled with injuries over the past couple of years, but she says she feels very healthy. She's a regular-footed rider, so watch that left foot forward. Little front board. The judges want to see you turn that board 90. When you cheat, we call that a zeech, a little bit. She's going to clean that up next one. Ooh, lip slide pretzel. That was very technical. That's fun to see from Spencer O'Brien. I haven't seen that. Starting things off, big cab 7. Fakie to fakie, 2 full rotations. Into a switch backside 540. 2 switch hits. The judges love that. Spencer needs to hang on. Backside 720, and that trick is Spencer's nemesis. She has struggled with it, but it's such a hammer for her. If she can put that down, there's no reason she won't be on the podium.
It looked to be the cleanest run that we had seen so far today. Unable to land there on the money booter. But this brings up something that we've talked about in the past. Looking at the lighting outside, the lack of sunshine, what does that do for these riders?
It makes it very difficult to differentiate the sky from the snow, especially when you're flipping or spinning. That's why they have that blue paint on the knuckles and takeoffs of the jump. Here's that 3rd hit from Spencer O'Brien on the rail garden, coming off a little bit early, but hanging on to it. And let's take a look at that backside 720. This is her big exclamation mark. Rotating it all the way around, but see how she's on her back foot, puts her hand down, slips out a little bit. She knows she can clean that up. That's just run 1 of 3.
So O'Brien's score, though, of 54. She knows she can clean things up, but as it stands right now, she gets the top spot. Of course, some heavy hitters still to drop in, including this next young lady making her 5th X Games appearance, Eni Rukajärvi.
Eni, a switch technician. She's regular-footed, so she's riding regular right now. Watch for switch backside 540. Watch for a cap 7. She is so good at riding the opposite direction.
And he has won gold here before, back in 2011. She's the only rookie to win gold in this event.
Frontside 7 off that first kicker, the deposit. Now she's coming into that down payment. Backside 540, goes yard. Switch stance into the money booter. Cap 540, that's the cleanest one we have seen yet today.
So a great first attempt for Eni. Undoubtedly, that will put her in the top spot, and what you like to see, that's the first fully clean top-to-bottom run we've seen from the day.
We call it a full pull-up here. Front side, 720 off the first jump. She didn't grab. Notice that. The judges will notice that as well. Want to grab that rotation, bring it the whole way around, and Eni, I don't know if she ate popcorn, but she's missing her grab, slipping off the board on that backside 540 into a cab 540, locks in that one there, makes no mistake. Lines away.
Make no mistake, this is your defending silver medalist from the Olympics in Sochi. There's a reason why she's here. A 71.33, jumping Eni up into 1st place. So a great first run here in the women's final. And there we see Jamie Anderson, one of the most decorated women in X Games history. But Craig, a pretty bad fall in practice a little earlier today.
Jamie Anderson attempting a cab 900, goes too far, lands on her back. She was very shaken up. No 900 has ever been landed by a woman in a slopestyle competition. Jamie Anderson pushing the sport.
And this is something that we talked about. We had a great report from Alyssa on the course. There you see X Games athletes with medals in every start. She's ahead of the pack. She's had a 9-year career here at X, and she's had 9 podiums. Just incredible. But you have to wonder on that last hit what that's going to have the effect on the mental game of Jamie Anderson.
Alyssa Ronick talked to her after that fall. She said she was okay physically. Didn't say anything about mentally, though. And slopestyle is such a mental game. It's easy to get in your own head.
She earned a silver medal here last year, but she is the defending gold medalist from the Olympics in Sochi last year.
I love that. The first woman to hit that wall ride on that first feature. We call that the east wall into the west wall. Very refreshing rails from Jamie Anderson. Regular footed rider coming in this jump, regular stance, big front side step. And Jamie Anderson is the most stylish woman on a snowboard. Front 7, backside 540, coming in this last jump switch. She fell on this in practice. Sticking to a cab 5, but Brando, that was smooth.
A smooth first run. Couldn't have scripted it any better for Jamie Anderson. And if there were any fears or hesitations from that fall, you certainly didn't see it in that run.
Jamie Anderson is the queen of consistency. Nothing throws her off, even a tough fall like that in practice. Obviously, that cab 540 was full 360, less than the 900, but she just put one in the bank. Here's that wall ride. Nice layback on the east wall.
We talk about the style, so unique, doing things, taking lines that none of the other ladies are doing.
That's refreshing, and the judges will reward that. Here's that cab 540 on the last jump, puts it down. That was a very, very nice run from Jamie Anderson.
Jamie Anderson has 4 gold medals in her career. Of course, had to take a silver last year, but she wants that gold back, and she's well on her way. An 85 putting her into the top spot. So Jamie Anderson now in first with just 1 rider left to drop, and she's our defending gold medalist. The main contender in all of this, 21-year-old Celia Norendal.
Celia Norendal has performed at X Games. She's got that front side rodeo 720 spinning off the toe. She's a regular footed rider. One thing Celia's been working on is making a more presence on the rails.
So Celia has won gold twice in this event, once last year here and once in Tignes back in 2013.
Notice that 180 up to the butter box, 180 into the wall ride. She took note of Jamie Anderson's wall ride and says, I'm going to one-up you here. I want that gold again. Blunt slide 270 off on that second rail feature and hitting the flat down. She's going to be rewarded so heavily for taking such a creative line, technical rails. And there's that front side 7 off the toes.
Textbook.
She on one right now, Brando. Backside 540 over that middle jump, coming into the money booter switch. Cab 720 from Celia Norendal. Wow.
Cash that check, Miss Norendal. There you see first place. That was the name of the game last year. We'll see what her score is for the defending gold medalist, but a great first attempt and a great follow-up to Jamie's run.
That's got to be in the 90s, Brando. So many cool aspects. 180 up, riding that butterbox switch, and then riding the wall ride on that east wall feature. That's just the start of it. Then she comes into that patented frontside rodeo 720. 2 full rotations, taking off the toes into that backside 5. Very stylish indie grab. And a cab 720 off the final money booter. Puts it down, keeps the hands up. They like it. We like it. I hope the judges like it.
Norendal score, and you called it, Craig. There's a reason why you're in here, I suppose. A 90.66, jumping over Jamie Anderson in the process. So there you see Anderson's 85 now, currently putting her in second place, and our defending gold medalist with a 90.66 on run number 1, our current leader. More runs from the women's final when we return. To our final here at the Jeep Slopestyle course, run 1 officially in the books. And Norendal putting it down on her first run with that 90.66, Craig.
Norendal comes correct.
So we begin runs number 2 here out on the course. And next dropping in, she's sitting in 8th place, Kirsti Ostgarbuas. She's got 2 bronze medals in this event. What can she do to get into podium position on run number 2?
Starting off with a little board slide, keeping it basic off the first one into this wall ride. One of 3 women to hit the wall ride features. We saw Jamie Anderson and Celia Norendal be rewarded heavily for hitting those wall rides, so Kirsti Buas doing that there. Coming in regular to a big frontside 720, puts her hands down a little bit, but Kirsti Buas has that gangster style. She always slams down on those landings. Unfortunately, not putting that one down perfect, though.
So rather than take a chance there on the money booter, she will make her second run again a throwaway. Each rider getting 3 attempts here in the final. We do count the best score. She'll have one more crack at it, but not the start she was looking for, Craig.
It's always important as an athlete to get one down. Just be confident in your riding. Slopestyle is so much about being confident, being able to put it down at all times. Kirsti Buas not doing that there.
She's sitting in 6th position, dropping in now. Cheryl Moss making her 8th X Games appearance. Again, though, yet to podium here in Aspen.
The only mother in the field, Brando.
That is correct.
And it's going to be interesting to see what Cheryl Moss brings out on this second run. I almost felt like she was holding back a little bit on that first one. Starting off with that lip slide. Switch lip slide, rather. Cheryl Moss is a goofy-footed rider. So right foot forward. Into this rail garden feature. 3rd of 3 rails. Like that little blunt on the back foot. Coming into this first jump, cab. Or sorry, switch backside, rather. Switch back 5, hangs onto it. That's a veteran move. She knows she couldn't revert there, so she just saved it. Oh my, good word.
Not what she was looking for. A tough fall for Moss there on the second jump. And it looks as if she's okay, but she's taking that board off immediately. But let's take a look at the jumps once again, Craig.
Cheryl Moss, switch backside 540. To not revert, she saves it, but she loses so much speed there. So now she's coming to this next jump, frontside 360, and she lost so much speed that she's not going to make it to the landing. Hits the knuckle and goes for a rodeo.
So tough on that turnaround there, but again, she'll get one more crack at it. As her score comes in at a 22.66, she will stay in 6th place. Our next rider up, Christy Pryor. She's sitting in 5th place. She had a 39.66 on her first run. It looked good before things got a little out of hand on that final jump. So if she can put things together, we might be talking about a possible podium run here.
Christy Pryor has that rail game. Just needs to put it down on the jumps. She's a goofy-footed rider, starting off with a switch board slide. Back to regular. Nice front board from Christy Pryor. Right between the bindings, getting that board fully. Spoke too soon on the rails.
So unable to hit there. She will bypass the first jump. There you see our current leader, Celia Norendal. She's sitting pretty in the top spot. But she'll have another crack at it as well. Dropping in now, sitting in 7th place, Anna Gasser. In her 2nd X Games appearance, Pryor score coming in, by the way, at a 14, so she will stay in 5th. So here's Gasser currently in 7th.
She has done a double cork before. Cab, 9, double cork. I don't know if she's going to bring it out because of the light. We talked about that earlier. It's flat light, and when you can't see the snow or differentiate it from the sky, it could be tough. That's probably what happened to Jamie Anderson on that cab 9 we saw earlier in practice. She tried to do a cab 900 off the money booter. A bit of a tough fall. Let's see what Gasser has got. A little bit of a nose press on that middle down bar. first rail feature. Nice gap to front board too. Following Christy Pryor up, putting her right between the binders. And there's where Christy Pryor fell. That gap to 50. Anna Gosser hanging on to it. Starting things off frontside 7. She went down on that on her first run.
She's got the deposit down. Here's the down payment.
Little backside 180 coming to this final jump. Switch stance. Will we see the double? Keeping it flat. Cab 7 to the bottom. Oh! Whoa! The Austrian surprising herself.
So close on that one, Craig. I felt like you and I were along for the ride on that one. And she seems slow to get up right now. So as she gets checked out, let's take another look at the jump section.
Here's the first one she struggled with on her first run. Here's that frontside 7. Puts it down, hangs on to it. Comes into the second feature, the down payment. Nice little mute backside 180. Now the money booter. Coming in switch stance. Cab 7. Grab and switch mute, but watch how far she goes down. Oh! A very, very violent fall for Anna Gosser. That's tough to watch.
So, Gosser's second attempt, and you just see...
Just goes too far and is not ready for that landing.
Not the fall.
Bit of an implosion
that anyone ever wants to see. That score coming in at a 46.33. We can only hope that Anna is okay. And X Games medical out there seems to be favoring that leg. Not sure if she'll be able to continue. Just a shame because she was really looking strong in that first run before things went off, and same there on that second run. Technically rail game on point and just unable to land there on that second jump.
Trying to push it down the landing, not getting the result she wants.
Well, it is good to at least see her getting up there. So dropping in next, sitting in 4th place right now, Spencer O'Brien. She had that 54 on her first attempt. What has she got for run number 2?
Spencer O'Brien needs to clean up the rails a little bit and put down that backside 720 off the money booter. That's the big one for Spencer O'Brien.
Again, this is O'Brien's 10th X Games appearance. She's got 4 medals, 1 silver, 3 bronze. No gold yet to that collection.
Looking to change that today, hitting that west wall. Coming into this rail garden gap to lip slide pretzel. I love that trick. Very difficult. Coming in switch stance. Cap 720 trying to grab switch nose. Just a little tickle on it. That's okay. Coming in switch backside 540. Now let's take a look at the money booter. This is where she had problems. Can she put it down? Backside 900 from Spencer O'Brien. The first 900 we have ever seen in women's competition. Brian O'Brien, that's her dad.
Get out of town. The first 9 in the history of the women's snowboard slopestyle event.
I don't even think she can believe it. I can't believe it. I have never seen Spencer O'Brien do a backside 900. Dreams are made on Sunday in slopestyle.
Let's look at the money booter from all different angles one more time. History in the making.
We were talking about a backside 7, how she was struggling with that. What she does is she adds another 180 to it, turns that into a back 9, and makes history. First woman to ever land a 900 in slopestyle competition at the X Games. That is a thing of beauty.
Spencer O'Brien.
That's a boss move right there, Brando.
So awesome to see, and we were wondering who was going to be the first lady to put it down, because we know that a lot of these women have this in their bag of tricks, but who was going to do it and complete it here on snowboarding's biggest stage in X Games Aspen? Run 2 scored an 87.33. So history-making trick, but not enough to put her into the top spot, as she'll have to be in silver medal position, jumping up above Jamie Anderson.
What you have to remember with slopestyle is there's 6 hits. Spencer O'Brien makes history. She puts down a backside 900. She did have hand touch. She missed the grab on her cap 7. A little sketchy on that third rail as well. So there's a number of things she can clean up. Just need to land that run again, but a little bit cleaner.
Right. She already proved what she was capable of there on the money booter. If she can put together an entire run, look out on her third and final attempt. But dropping it now, young lady who just got bumped out of podium position, Ruka Yarvi.
Regular footed rider, nice little board slide, back to regular. Ooh, front two into the wall ride. I like what she's doing. Mix it up. Throw technicality at the top of your run. Show the judges you got risk and reward.
We've been talking about that all week. The judges want to see what you do up top, on the rails, on the walls, just as much as the jump section.
Especially on the women's side, they're pushing technicality on those first three features. Very stylish from Eddie Ruka. This is obviously going to be a throwaway run. But that's okay. Run 2 of 3. Your best run counts.
So Annie's first score was a 71.33. But there we see Spencer O'Brien, history making with that 9. She sits in second place. More from Women's Snowboard Slopestyle Final when we come back. Games Snowboard Slopestyle gold medalist. She's your defending Olympic gold medalist from Sochi in 2014.
Jamie Anderson doing a little layback on that east wall feature. I like the way she adds the style to a gap lip. It looks like she's not even trying. That's my favorite thing about watching Jamie Anderson ride. It doesn't even look like she's trying, but it's so smooth, so elegant. Start things off with a big frontside 7. Keeping things the same, a little sketch. Will she have enough speed for this second jump? Big backside 540.
So clean.
Coming into the money booter, switch stance, scrubbing speed. Cab 720, tail grab. Jamie Anderson, she's here to play.
A proper run from Jamie Anderson on her second attempt, and showing no signs of any sort of concern from her fall in practice, putting it down. Jamie's a pro, she's a vet, and this is what she does, Craig.
She just showed how mentally tough she is, taking a slam in practice and then totally putting that out of her mind, able to hit all 6 features confidently and stylish.
And she's taking a line that none of the other riders are taking out here today, Craig.
She's hitting that wall ride, doing a little bit of a layback. I love that frontside 720 off the deposit. Saves it. A little bit of a scare for a revert, but she saves it into that backside 540. One thing you must note about Jamie Anderson, she holds the grab the whole way around into this cab 7 tail grab. That's a great full pull from Miss Anderson.
So that's her second attempt. Again, we've got 8 riders out here, 3 attempts. The top score counts as her run 2 score comes in, trying to best an 85 on her first run, as she sits currently in third place. A 91.33. Welcome to the top spot, Jamie Anderson, who has now taken over first place. For more with Jamie, let's head down to the third member of our team, Alyssa Ronick.
All right, Jamie, you're now sitting in that top spot. We all saw that fall in your last run in finals. How did you go back to the top and gear up mentally for this finals?
Well, first I had a little cry and let it out. And, you know, perseverance. It's been kind of coming to me a lot lately. I've been overcoming a lot of challenges, and it's tough, but it's making me stronger, and I'm definitely feeling it. Like, that scared the holy moly out of me. So I'm grateful I put that down, and, you know, I'm going to see if I can step it up a little bit next run, but these jumps are freaking massive, and I'm so happy to be here, and I love it. X Games is on point.
Thank you for keeping it clean for the kids at home. So you landed the 5 now. You've landed the 7 over that last jump. That has to have given you confidence. Are we going to see that 9?
I mean, I've been wanting to do a 9 for a while. So now that I was able to put that down, I mean, why not just send it, Jamie?
All right. Well, there you guys heard it here first. Let's see.
I'd love to see Jamie Anderson make good on that prediction. We already saw the 900 earlier on Spencer O'Brien's second run, but Jamie's already in first place, so she can afford to send it if things stay this way. But of course, there we see our defending gold medalist Celia Norendal. She still got her second attempt. She got knocked out of first place, but did post that 90.66.
Celia Norendal, you got to wonder what's going through her head. She thought she had a almost perfect run.
Yep.
She does that front one in, cab one into the wall ride. She's got that backside blunt slide 270 out on the second rail feature or the west wall. Will she switch it up? Keeping it, a little bit of a bobble on that first rail feature, so she's already behind the 8-ball. Blunt slide 270 out. The only woman to be 270 out of a rail on that second feature. Hitting that flat to down. I like the way she mixes it up instead of gapping over the whole thing. There's that frontside rodeo 720. Performed perfectly.
Textbook for Celia.
Into that backside 540. Will she keep it the same with the cab 7, or will we see a cab 9 from Celia Nordendahl? Taking off a little early. Cab 7. Now, that run was good. That's a full pull. She got to the bottom, but there were a lot of little bobbles that we are not used to seeing from Celia Nordendahl.
Not a bad run, but not flawless. Not sure that it's better than her first run. She may have to continue in that silver medal position, but let's take another look, Craig.
Here's the first bobble on the east wall. She cab ones into that wall ride, puts both of her hand down, bounces around a little bit.
And then the jump game.
I love this frontside Todeo. She performed it so well here. Letting go of the grab a little bit early, but lands so clean, she almost scared herself. Into that backside 540 over the down payment. Going very deep in between those last two lines. Here's that cab 7, not quite getting the grab. She took off a little bit early. Scrubbing a little bit of speed on the takeoff. She's going to toss that one away.
Again, each rider getting 3 cracks at this course. We count the best score. She thought she put up her best possible run in her first attempt. We'll see what run 2 score is as she sits in second place.
They're making her wait on this.
Wow. A 90.33, so just barely off of what she did in attempt number 1, but she stays in second place behind that woman, Jamie Anderson, our leader. More from Women's Snowboard Slopestyle Final when we return. Poke its head out. Climate's improving here on the slopestyle course, and we begin runs number 3 here in the final. Remember, each of these riders getting 3 attempts, so this is it. If you want to make your move, you got to do it now, as we will take the 1 top score. So dropping in the X Games veteran, Kirsty Ostergaard-Buas.
Kirsty Buas has such gangster style. Watch her on the jumps. When she lands, she puts it down like her last name, Buas.
So Kirsty sitting in that 8th spot, not where we want her to be, not where we expect her to be for the X Games vet. Making her 13th appearance here in Aspen, yet to put down a clean run. Here's her final crack at doing so.
Regular footed rider hitting that west wall ride there. One thing to take note, the conditions are improving. We saw on the first runs, the cloud was a lot thicker, making vision much harder. But now that sun is poking through, and the women are going to be throwing down. Frontside 720 from Kirsty Buas, going big on that backside 540, coming in the money booter, switch stance, losing it a little bit. That's not the jump she was looking for. Had trouble with her edge on the takeoff there.
But a clean run for her nonetheless. So her best run of the day so far. Probably not going to do too much moving in the standings for her, but good to see her at least finish strong.
Good improvisation from Kirsty Buas off that last jump. She was spinning cab, which is switch front side. And on that last jump, she kind of got caught a little bit on the outside, had to fight to bring it back. Get a good look here. She's way outside of the takeoff, so she fights to bring it back. She's going to spin switch front side, but realizes she doesn't have enough speed. Tosses out a switch backside 180. That's a veteran move.
Some do their best improving in the air. I'm not one of them, but Kirsty, I'm able to pull off something there as her final score comes in an 80. So that jumps her all the way up from 8th to 4th. Not enough to get in the podium, but a great run and a great finish for Kirsty. So now dropping in Cheryl Moss. She's now in 8th. Also had some trouble on her first 2 attempts. What she has for run number 3. This is her 8th X Games appearance. Yet to medal here in Aspen. Can she change that up here on her final run?
Cheryl Moss, a goofy-footed rider, starting off switch stance. Nice little switch lift back to regular. One thing to note on the jump, she's got a really nice backside 720 tail grab. We'll see if she brings that out here today. This is the women's final. This is 3 of 3. This is where it all counts. Coming in to the deposit, switch stance. Switch backside 540, hangs on to it. Coming into the money booter, regular. That front side 3, she has struggled with that on both of her 2 runs. This is new territory for Cheryl Moss. Going for that backside 720 tail grab I was talking about earlier, but she went.
I wanted to see it, Craig. She was on one, putting a run together, and just can't finish.
She was collecting some air miles. She went far down. Didn't really expect to go that far, I believe.
So a disappointing finish for Moss, who really was putting together a nice line, Craig.
Here's that backside 720 tail grab. Look at how far she goes down. Doesn't really expect it. Does her best to hang on. And a little penguin slide. See how she misses the grab? A lot of times that really messes up your rotation when you miss the grab. That's why she's fighting it around there. Look how she lands a little back foot heavy. That back foot hits first, and very, very tough to regain your balance.
So not the score Moss will probably be looking for as she sits in 8th place. But dropping in next, the X Games rookie, making her debut here in Aspen, Christy Pryor.
Christy Pryor is a goofy-footed rider, but she's doing a very cool switch board slide on that first rail feature, the east wall, as we like to call it.
So Moss's previous run getting scored at a 46.66, so it does jump her up a couple spots into 6th, and in the process bumping Pryor, who's about to drop into 8th place. So let's see if Pryor can do some moving and shaking. But there you see our first place rider, Jamie Anderson, getting stretched out, getting ready to see if she's going to either have to jump back into first place or just put down a victory lap for the fans here at Buttermilk.
Jamie Anderson has competed in 9 X Games. She has 9 medals. If she medals here, she'll be 10 for 10. That's mind-boggling.
I can't do the math on that one, but I'll take your word for it, Craig. Jamie Anderson, one of the most decorated riders out here. So here is Christy Pryor dropping in for her 3rd and final run.
Starting things off, switch board slide, back to regular, and watch how she just does this beautiful gap front board, brings it back.
The judges like to see that tech riding on the rails.
I like to see it too, Brando. 50-50 backside 180, coming in this first jump, switch stance. Cab underflip, stalefish grab, hangs onto it. Looked like she was going to over-rotate, but she puts it down. Backside 720 over the middle jump.
My.
She's on one right now, Brando.
What did she got for the money booter?
Off the toes, front side 540. So that's the first full pull we've seen from Christy Pryor. It's going to be interesting to see where the judges put her. In my opinion, I don't believe she's higher than O'Brien, but she's definitely, in my opinion, higher than Schursty. This is going to be a tough one.
So her best run of the day, she saves for the last run of the day. And let's take another look.
That gap front board was greasy into this cab underflip, putting it down. And here's that backside 720. That's a high-risk maneuver over the middle jump. And here's that cab off the toes, rather. I forgot to mention that. Cab 540 off the toes. No other woman spinning that way. Christy Pryor mixing it up.
So a great run for Pryor, who sits at the bottom of the standings. We can be sure that won't be the case moments from now when her score drops. The only question is where the judge is going to put her. So we await her run 3 score. Her best run was a 39.66 that she had on attempt number 1. There you see Tom Zekas and the crew feverishly putting the numbers down. And as you alluded to, Craig, this is a tough one. It was a clean run, but maybe not a podium run, but who knows? Those guys do, obviously.
They know more than we do. That's a fact. Taking their time with this one. This is a tough one to judge. A lot of different things Christy Pryor did that no other woman was doing.
So her score comes in an 89.33, just edging out Spencer O'Brien for a podium position. Now remember, O'Brien still has one more run, but Pryor sticking it down in her X Games debut on the third and final run.
That's one of the toughest things to do, is watch yourself get bumped off the podium and know you only have one opportunity to get back on there. Spencer O'Brien looked for that backside 900. Christy Pryor giving her boyfriend Alexander Ostring, who was competing in slopestyle, a hug. He's got to be stoked on that.
Welcome back to the Jeep Slopestyle course. We are right in the middle of run number 3 here in the Women's Snowboard Slopestyle final. A feverish event, a lot of ping pong going on with this podium right now. And we're
in the Money Booter switch stance, scrubbing speed. Cab 720, tail grab. Jamie Anderson, she's here to play.
A proper run from Jamie Anderson on her second attempt, and showing no signs of any sort of concerns. We take a look at these standings. Jamie Anderson in first, Norendal in second, but the big news, the moving and shaking between Pryor and O'Brien.
I feel bad for our graphics people because they are having to put a new name there every single time. Christy Pryor jumping up into third with a very technical run. And Spencer O'Brien, the first woman to ever land a backside 900 in slopestyle competition. This is an insane, insane event.
Can you imagine that, Craig, if O'Brien landing that 900, who's dropping in now on her second run? We've never seen it before in the history of this event for the women, and she doesn't make the podium. I mean, that's crazy, but that's also the progression, I suppose, that we're seeing here today.
One note we have to make, Anna Gasser not taking her third and final run due to a little bit of an injury off that last jump. So Spencer O'Brien, looking to regain a podium position, was just knocked off by Christy Pryor.
So it's her third and final attempt. Spencer is in fourth. If she wants to move, this is her chance.
That was the best front board we have seen Spencer O'Brien do all day, hitting that west wall feature. Little backside wall ride from O'Brien. Here's the lip slide 270. She has struggled with a bit. Spencer O'Brien going down on the rail garden. That was by far her toughest rail maneuver. And she did it sketchy a couple times, unfortunately going down there.
Such a shame. And as we take another look, there we see our current leader, Jamie Anderson. She's in first place. But where does it go wrong for Spencer?
Spencer O'Brien, see how she hits that flat part, and that knocks her off kilter, so she doesn't slide the full rail, comes off early, and goes down. She was looking to gap to the down part of that rail and do a 270 out, coming to that first jump or the deposit switch stance, unfortunately not getting it.
Well, a big Monday presented by Verizon is your home for college hoops. At 7 p.m., Syracuse takes on North Carolina. Then it's a Big 12 battle as the Longhorns tangle with the Cyclones at Hilton Coliseum. Big Monday on ESPN tomorrow night. So O'Brien unable to jump back up into podium position, and just incredible to think that the first woman to land a 900 in this contest is not going to medal. It's just crazy. So here dropping in Ruka Yarvi. She's sitting in sixth. Her best score coming on her first run, a 71.33.
Frontside 270 into the west wall. First woman we've seen do a 270 into a wall ride. The judges will reward it. A bit of a bobble on there, but still a very technical trick. She is regular footed, starting off with a frontside 720, 2 full rotations into the deck pavement. Backside 540. What does she have on the money booter? Going for the cap 900, trying to match Spencer's O'Brien.
These 900s, the attempts at least are contagious, Craig. I love that Annie was going for it, though. What that tells me is she says, I'm a competitor. I'm in sixth. I know what I need to try and jump on the podium. I'm going to go for it.
So amazing to watch the progression go down in women's slopestyle today. We saw Spencer O'Brien line that 900. Annie Rukiarvik trying the 9 on the last money booter.
So as we await any score, there you see our current leader, one of the most decorated here, Jamie Anderson. And her day started not the way you want a morning to start, Craig.
Cab 9 to the back. That'll wake you up. Obviously shaken up on that one. That was tough to see.
But then her first run, she put it down with an 85, and then run number 2, a 91.33. That is the top score. She's all smiles. Quite the departure from the scene we saw during practice earlier today.
That just proves how mentally strong Jamie Anderson is.
So any score, by the way, coming in at a 41, so she will stay in 6th place. But now dropping in 4-time slopestyle gold medalist Jamie Anderson. She's in 1st place. What is she going to do, knowing that only Norendal is behind her and can catch her? Does she go for broke? Does she go for the 900, as she told our own Alyssa Ronick? We'll find out.
I'm
excited. I can't wait. I'm with you, bud. We're used to this being a victory lap for Jamie in the past, but she can't take any time off here on her 3rd and final attempt.
I love the way she hits this first wall ride. Nice little layback on the east wall, coming into the 2nd of 3 rail features, the west wall gap. Lip slide with some style. I like it.
So stylish, so creative. Part of the reason she stands out here in this field.
First jump coming in regular stance. Going to do that frontside 720. She's been landing that all day. To a backside 540. The question is, will she chuck the 9 on the money booter going down? Front 3 over the last jump, but that's okay. She's still in 1st with that 91.33.
She'll hold on to that 2nd attempt of that 91.33, as you said, staying in 1st at least right now. But gosh, what could have been had she been able to land that 2nd jump, what we could have seen. But now the story shifts to our defending gold medalist, Celia Norendal. She took the lead right off of her first run with that 90.66. Jamie Anderson bumping her on the 2nd attempt. This here, the final run of the entire contest. Craig, what's it going to take for Norendal to take back the top spot and defend her gold?
The same run she's been doing, but clean it up. She's one of the only women spinning into the wall ride. She's got that blunt 270 out. She's got that flat to down bar. She's got the 720, she's got the 540s, but execution. That's what it all comes down to, Brando, execution.
These two battled last year, but it was reverse. It was Norendal winning the gold and Jamie having to settle for silver. So the roles have changed unless Norendal can shake it up and win it outright on the 3rd and final run of the final.
Front 1 in, cap 1 out on the east wall feature. Much cleaner than her previous run. Blunt slide, 270 out. Execution, execution, execution. All the way to the end. Perfect
so
rail
far,
section.
Textbook, Craig.
Frontside rodeo, 720. Perfect. Backside 540. It all comes down to the money booter, folks. Cab 720 to the bottom. I am so happy I am not a judge right now.
Norendal outdoing her first run, at least it looks like. We'll see what the judges say. I mean, you talked about cleaning it up. Was that clean enough to overtake Jamie Anderson?
That's a question we all want to know. Celia Norendal is cut from a different cloth. Mentally so strong to put it down on your 3rd and final run, sitting in 2nd place. Front 1 in, cab 1 into that wall ride feature. That's big. That's very technical. And that blunt slide 270 out, so stylish. I could watch that all day. And here's that 50-50 on the flat to down rail. She is the only rider hitting the flat to down on that. That makes that rail so much longer, so much more difficult to get to the end.
Now, to the naked eye, this looks like her best run of the day, but that's not the question. The question is it a better run than Jamie's 2nd attempt?
I think it's got to be better than Jamie's. It was just more technical on the rails. Let's take a look at the 3 jumps. Here is the deposit. There's that frontside rodeo 720 off the toes. Puts it down, not holding the grab the whole way around, but she does make that backside 540 look pretty easy. No hand touch. Comes into the money booter switch stance. Cab 720, a bit of a rolling down the windows, but she went very deep on it. It's going to be very, very interesting. Where do the judges put her?
And there you see the reaction of the top two, a friendship there. Norendal, remember, is our defending gold medalist. Here's her score for their third and final run, a 93.66. And on the final attempt, Norendal takes the gold medal. Incredible, Craig. Let's go down to Alyssa Rodick, who's with our defending gold medalist, making it 2 in a row. Alyssa, take it away.
Celia, what drama? I know we were all glad we weren't judges out here. Where did you differentiate yourself on this course today? Where did you win this event?
I don't know. I think my rails was pretty good, and I think that really helped me today.
Your rails were pretty good. At that last run, you said you had a cab 9. How did you decide what you were going to do on that last run to get that high score?
Yeah, I don't really have a cab 9, but I was thinking that I wanted to just try. But my first run wasn't as clean, as good as I wanted it to be, so then I figured I just wanted to stick with the same run.
You are coming in here as a defending champion. How much pressure is there to defend that gold medal?
I mean, I try not to think about it that much. Try to think about it or not think about it all week. But it was definitely different going in this year compared to last year.
Last year was such an intense season with the Olympics. How much did the intensity of that season lead to the progressive riding we're seeing here today?
I think the girls' finals has been awesome, and I think last season really helped us to push it, and I think 3 jumps made us push it even more because this year we saw some 9s, and I don't think we've seen that in Aspen before. I'm not sure. No.
First time.
Yeah. So that's really cool. It's cool to see some progression.
Great. Well, in all that progression, you're a gold medalist, so congratulations, Celia.